Hey, it's Emily and welcome to a brand new reading vlog. So today I'm going to be doing a little reading challenge. Today Spotify is going to be choosing my reads. So what I mean by that, I'm going to press shuffle on my current summer playlist and whatever song comes up, I'm going to try and pick a book that matches that song. I'm going to pick 3 songs at the start of this vlog and then pick the 3 books as well. And then we'll go from there. I hope that makes sense. I would say about 2 months ago, I started developing, putting together this summer playlist, and it has some of my current favourite songs, artists. It's about 3 hours long at the minute. Oh, 3 hours long exactly. There is definitely a mix of genres in here. There's some very summery, happy, almost Monday tracks. There's some heavier Little Image tracks. We have some Jameson, a lot of the Driver era, a couple songs from Rent, some Casey Lowry, a couple other random ones mixed in. So yeah, really could be anything. I think without further ado, let's just pick our songs. I've put it on shuffle, and let's just, I don't know. I don't know why I'm so nervous for this. Let's see what song number 1 is and I'll pick a book for that. Oh. Okay, so we have Only Wanna Dance by Almost Monday. Absolute banger. Okay, interesting. Only Wanna Dance. Do I have a book that's about dancing? So for track number 1, we got Only Wanna Dance, and I thought that the perfect book for this was Spiral. However, I haven't read Collide yet, and I feel like I want to read Collide first. This is obviously like got a dancer, it's a romance, that's all the kind of song is about. Well, it's about dancing, but like wanting to dance the night away with this specific person, like, yeah. So unfortunately, I won't be reading Spiral, but I just went for another romance, and I feel like that was kind of just a general selection. And so I decided to pick Daydream because it's about time I wrapped up this series. It does say she's the one he's dreaming of, and yeah, I don't know, I feel like it just kind of fit the vibe of the song, just like, yeah. I don't know, but I'm excited to read this and finally get it off my TBR and like be up to date with this series, Maple Hills. Book number 1 is Daydream by Hannah Grace. Okay, time for song number 2. What I've done in the meantime is I've pressed shuffle on another playlist. So when we come back, it's like a fresh start. So, song number 2. So we've had Only Wanna Dance. Let's see what song number 2 is going to be for this vlog. Is it going to be Almost Monday? We have Life Goes By by Almost Monday. Okay. I was hoping for a bit more of a variety, but that's fine. Life Goes By. Maybe more of a contemporary book about just life, as opposed to a romance, I don't know. So for song number 2, we had Life Goes By Almost Monday, another Almost Monday track. What can I say? They're very summery. This was actually quite hard to pick for. Life Goes By on the television, Take Me to the Beach, because I miss that feeling. Initially I was looking at like more contemporaries about like, you know, just life going by and enjoying every moment. And then I thought, you know what? Take Me to the Beach. I was thinking, do I have like a thriller set on a beach where people are like, yes, let's go for a vacation and they need a rest, and then it all goes topsy-turvy, because then it can keep the genres like different across this vlog. In the end, the closest I had to that was Murder at Lake Garda, or On Lake Garda by Tom Hindle. It's not quite exactly like Life Goes By, the song, but I just thought I wanted to read a bit of a thriller, a summer thriller. It is set in a really summery location. Life goes by, they're getting married. That's like a big moment in your life. And they're at the beach, they're on Lake Garda. So I thought I'd just bend it slightly for this. And yeah, last time I read a Tom Hindle book, it was The Fatal Crossing. I read nearly all of it in a day. So hopefully I'll really enjoy this one too. But yeah, that's book number 2 for this vlog. And yeah, a nice summery thriller just to change things up. So once again, I have gone onto another playlist and coming back on. So let's see what song number 3 is. Let's just go for it. It's Only Wanna Dance again. Okay, that doesn't work. We can't do the same song twice. So I've gone back onto another playlist. So let's pick song number 3 again. Okay. We have Run for Forever, before I get copyright. Run for Forever by Little Image. What's this song about? Run for forever, but you cannot find it, run. I guess this kind of is once again about, I don't know, summer. Literally the first 2 lines says, "It's been a long, long time since the snow of December. In a beautiful mind, but can't seem to remember the way it felt before the needles left the pine trees, bringing on the daisies. Falling in love with the chase again, tripping on rocks in the cracks and men. What you could have had, you run for forever, but you cannot find it. Run for forever, but you cannot find it." Let me think what I could pick for that. So, song number 3, we had Run for Forever by Little Image. Some of the lyrics say, falling in love with the chase again, tripping on rocks in the cracked cement. And then just, yeah, run for forever, but you cannot find it. And for this, I kind of, once again, bent it slightly. I've gone with The Drink Shrink by Zoe McCann. This is a contemporary, but it's written in like mixed media, through text messages, cocktail recipes, and just emails, little random things, Google searches. So even though it looks chunky, it should be a really quick read because it is like texts. This follows our main character, and her marriage, I think, falls apart. She might be single, childless and working in a bar, but she's got insight. You can't put a price on that. Besides, she's embarking on a new literary project that she expects will turn out to be her passport to success, a self-help book dispensing cocktail-based recipes to life's most pressing dilemmas. From financial hardship to infertility, she's experienced them all. Told through text messages and cocktail recipes, The Drink Shrink tells the story of one 30-something's effort to rebuild her life with the help of a cocktail or 3. You'll laugh, you'll cry, and you'll come away convinced that when life gives you lemons, there's only one sensible solution: put them in your gin. Yeah, I'm just intrigued by it, and the formatting and all that, and just the whole like falling in love with life again, I think. Falling in love with the chase again, but also tripping on rocks in the cracked cement. So that's why I picked this one. So there we have it. 3 different books, the 3 books I'll be reading in this vlog, and yeah, I'm excited to get to them. And yeah, I think I might start with Daydream because I'm most excited for this, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, I'm excited to hopefully read these this week, especially while the weather is so nice here. It's been like in the 20s every day, so loving it. But yeah, I'll catch up with you probably when I've started Daydream and have something to say about it. Hello, so I haven't actually given you an update yet on my thoughts of Daydream. I'm quite a way through it now. I am that close to the end, so what page am I on? Page 330, and I'm really enjoying this. I don't know how I feel about it in comparison to the rest of the series. Definitely prefer it more to Icebreaker. Not sure about Wildfire just yet, but I am loving the characters, and I definitely feel like I can really connect to both Henry and Hallie in different ways. I feel like I have more of a personal connection to these characters as opposed to the rest of the trilogy. I really enjoy how they've built this relationship. It started as a friendship, and it really felt natural that it progressed to more than a friendship. It didn't feel like, you know, insta love or anything like that. Like, it genuinely was a kind of friendship at first, and they really support each other, and I love the way that they support each other, and they can see when each other are struggling or need to take a step away from things. I really appreciated the author's note at the start as well, where Hannah Grace talks about her personal like connection to all the characters in this series, and what part of her she's put into each character, because people can live like, you know, fulfilling lives without a medical diagnosis. But yes, I have really enjoyed my time reading this, and it has taken me a little longer to get through it just because of the crazy busy week I've had so far. It is now Wednesday morning, and I do want to finish this today, which I know I can do. I also really like how throughout the Maple Hill series that there's a very varying amount of smut in each of these books, and this is definitely the least in the series so far, but it still felt so realistic, natural. I will say I'm not as connected to the friend group as a whole compared to the like Briar off-campus friendship group. I think that's just because I have read like 12 books from that universe as opposed to just 3 from this one. However, I do find sometimes I get confused. Like there's a character in this called Gigi and I'm like, I've just read the Campus Diaries series and Gigi's obviously in that, and things like that. So I keep forgetting that it's not the same universe and I have to remind myself this is a different set of friends. I sent a voice note to my bestie Sammy earlier explaining like my personal connection, I guess, to these characters, which I don't necessarily want to put on the internet, but I voice noted one of my best friends earlier about my like personal connection to this book and kind of why I feel a certain way and how I relate to certain scenes, and yeah, it just also makes me feel kind of seen and just like I just love how they like bounce off each other and they interact throughout their, I'd say, down moments. I don't know if that's the right word or not, but when they're struggling, I just love seeing the way that they can bring each other out of their like spirals. So yeah, I'm kind of feeling at least 4.5 from this at the minute. I don't think it will quite reach 5 stars because it's not like a book that I've been like desperate to pick up or it's been on my mind constantly, but I still am really enjoying it and I love the characters and the connection that the two of them share. So yes, I think it's a solid 4.5 at the minute, but yeah, I think I've got about 100 pages to go, just under 100 pages, so yeah, not much left. I'll let you know what I think probably when I get to the end of this point, so yeah. So as I had hoped, I have finished Daydream, literally just sat and finished it, and I think I am going to give it 5 stars. I know I said it wasn't giving me the 5-star feeling, but I felt more and more in love with it as it went along. I definitely feel like this is a book that has come to me at the right time. I'm reading it at the perfect time. I don't know, it just connected with me in a whole other way that I wasn't expecting it to. Otherwise I probably would have picked it up sooner, but then in a way I'm glad I didn't, because I definitely think it's been a case of right time, right place, I guess. But yes, I really loved it in the end, and I loved the kind of third act conflict, the drama, I guess. I liked the epilogue and the whole crew there. I know I said earlier about like not feeling as connected to the friendship group. There were still people that I was like, I kind of got a couple people mixed up, like JJ and Jaden. Are they the same person or not? For some reason I thought they were the same person. But yes, I'm very happy to have finished this, and off to a fantastic start in this vlog. So this was for the song Only Wanna Dance, which I think is kind of funny because I can't see Henry or Hallie, but mostly Henry, partying all night, wanting to dance the night away, but hey ho. Yeah, it was just, I just liked it. I definitely want to read more from Hannah Grace. I don't know if she has anything in the pipeline or anything coming up, but I'll keep my eyes peeled. I feel like I haven't got much else to say. I really did love it, and it really felt personal or personable, is that the right? No, personal. I don't know what the right word is that I'm looking for, but I did feel like I had a proper connection with the characters in this book that I hadn't felt with the other ones. So it definitely is my favourite one of the series. They have gotten better and better for me personally, and so yeah, another 5 stars, and yeah, I'm so happy. I will also quickly say that, as you saw, I went book shopping. Well, I didn't go book shopping. I had to go into town to go to the post office to send a parcel for work, and the post office just happens to be opposite the works, and so I just dipped in and, you know, got a little distracted. I got 2 things there. The first thing I got is this sheet of stickers that, I don't know if you can see them very well, but they're all bookish related. I just thought they were fun, you know. Some of them I'll use, some of them I won't necessarily, but yeah, they are literally all bookish themed. There's quite a few pages of them, but I thought I could use them in my journal or in my scrapbook or just anything bookish. I can, you know, send letters to my book friends with these on. So I just thought, you know what, I'll take them. £2, why not? And then also for £2 I picked up a book, and that's Girl Abroad by Elle Kennedy. If you are new around here, hello. But I have been really enjoying Elle Kennedy's writing. Me and one of my friends, we buddy read the entire Briar off-campus books throughout the last year. We read one a month, and so it took us 12 months to read them all. And this month we're picking up Good Girl Complex. So I thought I would add to my Elle Kennedy collection. It was in the clearance for £2, and so I did it. How can you pass up a £2 book by an author that you love? So yeah. But I think what I am going to start next is Murder on Lake Garda. I'm feeling a thriller. I'm feeling a thriller right now. And so, well, I think it is more of a mystery than a thriller, but I have a day off tomorrow. The weather's meant to be nice. Let's see how much of this we can read. I'm feeling like murder. I need a pick-me-up. It's been a rough time recently, so I need a solid escapism book that can take me to Italy. I don't know, ruin my vision of Lake Garda. I went to Lake Garda years ago when I was 16? 17. I had just turned 17 when I went to Lake Garda on a school trip, and it was stunning. I loved swimming in the lake. It says, a destination wedding, a guest with a killer secret, one happy couple, two divided families, a wedding party to die for. Dun dun dun! I might start this tonight and see how much I can get through. I am so ready for a book like this. I'm gonna eat it up. I'm praying it's good. I'm praying it's good. I liked A Fatal Crossing. I didn't think it was like anything special, but I had a fun time reading it. So I'm hoping I get the same sort of vibes here. And it's in Italy. Chef's kiss. So yeah. I'm going to start this tonight. I'm going to sit and update my spreadsheets for Daydream first, and then probably watch some booktube while I do that, and yeah. Good morning, gentle folk. So it is the next morning, and I am nearly getting close to halfway through Murder at Lake Garda. It's about lunchtime now. I have the day off, so I have sat and read a fair bit this morning. I read the first like 15 pages, I think. Last night it was kind of like the introduction as opposed to any actual chapters. But it was like 3 mini chapters before we go back 2 days. So I kind of read that bit last night, and I've read the rest since. I'm up to page 136, which is chapter 18. I'm enjoying this more than A Fatal Crossing, actually, which I wasn't expecting. It's also written differently, whereas A Fatal Crossing is kind of one character, we follow him. He kind of investigates the murder that has happened on the boat as the crossing happens, whereas this one is kind of giving Lucy Foley vibes. It's really reminding me of The Guest List by Lucy Foley. They're on an island for the wedding, they hear a scream, yeah, and it kind of bounces around the different characters, and so far all the characters that we've gotten to know kind of have a motive. We don't actually know what the scream is yet, we haven't caught up to that point, but everyone's kind of hating on the couple in a way. There's a couple of characters that we haven't got to know yet, really, they're just kind of in the background, so I don't know whether to even consider them as like a perpetrator, but yeah, we don't actually know what the murder is yet or who is murdered. They're just off to the island on the wedding day currently. We've seen everyone arrive, and they had a day together yesterday on the boat. They chartered a yacht on Lake Garda before the wedding, and there were some tensions there. There were some tensions at the meal before going to bed the night before, and so here we are now about to hit the wedding. So yes, I'm enjoying it. It's a very, very easy read. And yeah, I feel like I can't trust any of our narrators yet. It's all in third person, but I do feel like you can't trust anyone that we're following. So yeah, I'm gonna hopefully crack on. I want to make a much bigger dent into it today. I am going to the theatre tonight to see Legally Blonde, and I have literally just booked a haircut to happen in like less than 2 hours. So I need to get going, get ready, pack everything to go to my parents tonight because the theatre's down by them. Me and my bestie Tilly are going to see Legally Blonde, so very excited for that. Really enjoying this, and it's really taking me back to Lake Garda. I loved it there. I felt ill on the last day, but it was a fantastic trip, and yeah, we even performed right by the beach on Lake Garda. So yeah, fond memories of Lake Garda. This is probably going to destroy them. But yes, I will keep reading and I'll give you an update in a bit. But yes, I need to get cracking, get packing, and yeah, go have my hair cut. I think I might get a fair bit chopped off. What we're thinking, what we're thinking. I really enjoyed having longer hair recently, actually. But I'm suddenly in the mood to go back to like here. We'll see, we'll see. We'll see what I feel like when I'm in the chair. I'm always like this. I'm always lastminute.com, so yeah. Why did I bury the book at the bottom of the bag? Ow! Oh, new dog toy. Let's see where I'm actually up to, because I've just listened all the way to where I'm getting my hair cut. I think I'm around the 200-page mark now after driving and listening to it along the way. I still don't know how much to have cut off. I don't know. Anyway, murder on Lake Garda. We now know who's dead. They're definitely dead. There's so many people with, oh, there's another man walking on. He's parked in the car next to me. But I will keep talking and ignore his existence. But yes, I've fully lost my train of thought. I have 20 minutes till I need to get to my appointment, so I'm going to get some lunch quickly because I realise I haven't eaten anything yet today and it's like 2:30. So I'm going to do that. Oh, why is everyone coming at the same time? I will check in with you later. It's all kicking off now in the book. That's all I wanted to say. Also, I did all these these claps on the top of my head. Oh, and another person. Right, that's 4 in the space of like 3 minutes. Ah! So guys, there you go. It's a bit shorter now. Oh, short. But I did also, as you may have seen, stopped by the works on my way back. I did look in Waterstones as well and Smith's as well, but I didn't take any clips there. Oh, someone's parking next to me. But I did pick up the tenant because I was watching Francesca's video and she said that, as in Francesca Pavis, highly recommend her for thrillers, especially like reviews. She said this is the best of Frida McFadden recently, of all her releases in the recent years. So I was intrigued, and so here we are. And had to get the sprayed edges, and then I got a candle and reed diffuser for one of my favourite scents in Primark. I currently have the sachet in my wardrobe. Love it. But time to go home. I need to pay for my parking first, because apparently you can either pay at the barrier or pay on your phone. So I think I might pay on the phone because I hate the idea of pulling up to the barrier and it not opening. So I will probably listen to some more audiobook on the way back, and yeah, I'll talk to you later. So as you just saw, I have just sat and finished Murder on Lake Garda by Tom Hindle. I've decided to give it 4 stars, although I would say it's like a weaker 4-star. It felt better than 3.5, and I don't do like 0.25, 0.75 ratings, so I gave it 4, at least on Goodreads. It's just like a weaker 4 than some other books I've read recently. I think it was just mostly on entertainment factor and my reading experience. I loved the setting of this, the little island on Lake Garda, the castle that the wedding was happening. It did kind of give like Lucy Foley vibes, but it was nothing to do with a storm. It was really idyllic. I did end up guessing like who killed the person. I obviously won't spoil anything. I did guess part of it because I made a connection between some names, and I won't say any more than that. But I figured it out maybe like 20 pages before it got like actually revealed or hinted at even more. So yeah, I'm proud of myself for making that connection, but it was still a good, fun, quick mystery. I still flew through it. I found both Tom Hindle books I've read now are very quick and easy to read, like very easy to binge. Some of it I was like, really? Really? And yeah, I don't know, it was like a kind of interesting wrap up at the end, but I still had a good time reading it, and when the chapters got shorter, the pace got quicker, I kind of found myself not wanting to put it down at all because I just wanted to find out how it all ended and wrapped up. And even after we found out who's like behind the stuff at the start, you still didn't know how it was going to play out with them being on this island. And yeah, definitely ready to go on holiday to Italy now. Unfortunately, I'm not going till February to Milan, but and it won't be quite so hot and idyllic there, but it'll still be a good time. But yeah, overall, I think I'm trying to compare it to A Fatal Crossing, which is the first one I read. I would say that this one, it just felt different. This one felt more fast-paced and more, not a thriller, but like A Fatal Crossing felt more like a detective, not detective because he wasn't a detective, but it felt more like one person trying to figure out a murder, and it was more of a mystery, whereas this one feels more like, I don't know, we bounced around between different point of views. It was a larger cast of characters that we got to know more familiarly, if that's even the right word. But yeah, overall, I feel like you can't really compare them, but I will probably still pick up more from Tom Hindle, especially if I see them in the charity shop like I did for this one. But yeah, there we go, second book done for this vlog. So next up we have The Drink Shrink by Zoe McCann. I struggled there. I think this will be a quick read because a lot of it is in text messages. That page literally just has an emoji on. I'm intrigued to get started with this, and I will start that pretty promptly after just finishing that one. Just going to finish updating, my spreadsheets, and yeah, then I'll settle into reading The Drink Shrink. I have a couple chores around the flat to do today, but other than that, I might just sit outside and read down by the river again because it is beautiful out today, so I want to take advantage of the sun. So yeah, there we go. Next book, The Drink Shrink. I love that you can see the shadow of my laundry. But I have sat and I've read the first, what page am I up to? Literally, page 100 exactly, I didn't even realise. This lighting is not doing me any favours, but I've sat and read this first 100 pages and I'm enjoying it. I think the main character is a bit irritating, a bit insufferable, but I'm really enjoying the way it's written through the texts and like seeing her life through her updates with her friends. So this follows Clodagh, I think that's how you say the name, Clodagh, who has recently divorced her partner, and I think it was more her decision to leave him. That's the idea we've got at the minute. And she's going out enjoying life, her single life, and is making cocktails, and she's insistent on publishing this self-help book called The Drink Shrink, where she talks about her personal experiences and then a cocktail that can help save it. So part 1 is called Denial, and I do think she is in a lot of denial about this whole divorce thing. Just from her attitude, she's very much acting like a teenager again, or like a student. She is quite self-centered, I would say. Loves to talk about herself, and at one point her sister texts her something that's a bit personal about her sister's life, and Clodagh immediately takes it back to her, or another whole other situation. She doesn't seem to be very good at talking to other people about their issues, but likes to talk about her own. But she seems to be on top of life at the minute, but I assume that's going to change fairly soon. But yeah, I might go sit outside for a bit while the weather's nice before qualifying this afternoon for the Imola Grand Prix, and yeah, go enjoy the sun for a bit. It didn't take me very long at all to read those 100 pages, obviously, because it is like in text for the most part, so it is a very, very quick read. I would love to read this all today. I don't know if that will happen. It very much depends on when my flatmate's coming back and what the plans are for the rest of the day, but yeah, would love to crack on with this and read as much of this as I can. At the minute, the main character's a bit insufferable and self-absorbed, but there's a lot of British references, or like Clodagh lives in Belfast with her mum at the minute, but even like her friend has texted being like, I'm watching Ant and Dec's Saturday Night Takeaway tonight, and like little references that like you probably don't know about if you don't live in the UK. Like I don't know how big Saturday Night Takeaway is across the pond, but yeah, I'm going to crack on and keep reading. thought I'd do a little update while I'm out here by myself down by the river, if you can hear it. It's just beautiful out, absolutely beautiful, and I'm loving just reading. I now passed the 200 page mark. So yeah, I'm up page 209. I would say she has some real toxic friends. Like, they're very supportive of her in that way, and so, but they're almost saying what she wants to hear. Her sister is the only one that's like actually giving good advice. One of her friends is encouraging her alcoholism or being like, I miss you, we should go out and get pissed. Whereas she's actually like, she needs to cut the alcohol. She's an embarrassment, really. But yeah, and she's jumping into things like a teenager. Like Clodagh is like, I don't know, acting like she's had no life experience and she's now in like this second life, single Pringle, you know, I'm going to do what I want kind of stage in her life. And I'm all for that, you know, live your single best life, blasting money left, right and centre. She's just done a big career and life change, and it's just like, well, she's making questionable decisions. So I'm hoping by the end she actually realises that she's making silly decisions. I'm enjoying my time reading it, and I think the format is good. I kind of want to try out the cocktail recipes, but some of them look like I'm going to be on the floor. But yeah, that's my little update. And just seeing it here, and I think we might be having a barbecue tonight before Eurovision, so yay! Hello, so if you don't recognise the background, I'm currently visiting my grandma today, but I have just finished The Drink Shrink by Zoe McCann. I don't know what to give this rating wise. I'm kind of leaning towards maybe a 4, but also again like a fairly low 4. I really like the way it was told through text messages, cocktail recipes, emails, other things like receipts and things. So like the whole mixed media element was really good. I will say check trigger warnings if you're interested in this. Alcoholism is massive in this, and there's also suicide references. So yeah, definitely think of that if you think of picking this up. It was nice to see the character grow and what she went through to grow. I know I kind of ranted about her at the start and she was quite sufferable, but yeah, like I said, it was nice to see character growth and character development throughout this. There are a fair few things that I could relate to in my life at the minute, like my current stage of life. So that was interesting. I do feel like I've read this, like I said with Daydream, I feel like I've read this at the right time of my life. And I can really connect to Clodagh throughout this for different things. Not everything, I'm not a raging alcoholic, but yeah, it was still nice to relate to her in other aspects and yeah, just see her journey. It covers the space of a year, like literally to the day, Clodagh's life throughout a year. And I read the author's note at the end, and I'm kind of glad I did because it talked about Zoe McCann's personal experiences that have been influenced, or no, her experiences have influenced the plot of this book. But yeah, I kind of want to try out some of the cocktail recipes now, so yeah, I'll probably try them out at some point. But I feel like the first half was like 3, and then the second half was like 4, 4.5. So I think I'm going to settle on a kind of low 4, just because it did take me so long to really like our main character. But yeah, I guess that was the whole point, was that she was meant to be a kind of unlikable character, but then grew into a likeable one. But yeah, that's the last book of this vlog for the song Run for Forever. And I really do feel like I mentioned at the start with the lyrics, falling in love with the chase again, tripping on rocks in a cracked cement, give it all up just to catch a glimpse of what you could have had. Yeah, I definitely think those lyrics fit this book really well, so I think I picked a good book for the song. That kind of wraps up this reading vlog. I read 3 books. I don't have the other 2 with me because I'm at my grandma's. Yeah, 3 books: Daydream, Murder on Lake Garda and The Drink Shrink. So 3 very different books, but overall a very positive reading experience with a 5-star and then 2 low 4 stars. So yeah, definitely a good reading week in my opinion. And I had really fun doing this challenge, like matching the Spotify songs or like my playlist to these books, and yeah, made me read something different. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say now to wrap up this video. But thank you very much for watching. If you made it to the end, well done. Is there a lemon emoji? If there is, leave a lemon emoji. Please give a like if you enjoyed it, and subscribe if you're new around here, because I really do appreciate each and every one of you, and I look forward to seeing you soon with a brand new video. Bye.